You're becoming pigeonholed as the actress that can join a franchise midstream. This is what the Rock did this, and now you're doing this. You jump into Star Wars, you jump into the Croods. So let's chart out some other franchises for you, Kelly.
Sure. I would love to join Fast and the Furious, John Wick. Who does not want to be in John Wick?
Do you want to be a good guy, or do you want John Wick to
kill me? I'd like Keanu Reeves to, yeah, take me out.
Whatever Keanu wants.
But also the bad guys in those movies have the best lines. I want a line and then it like shows up in like the typeface or whatever it shows up. Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. What other franchises? I am such a Harry Potter person. I would love to even be a cameo in a Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter so much.
I love how you're so humble. You're like a cameo. You're an actor. You're a successful working actor. You can get a real role, Kelly. Have you sorted yourself? What
Oh, I'm totally
Slytherin? What are you? You're Gryffindor?
Oh, you think I'm Slytherin?
No, I don't know. We've seen each other in all sorts of bizarre circumstances. I think the last time I saw you was bizarrely enough on the Oscars red carpet, which was this year, even though that feels like it was 3,000 years ago.
Yeah. Well, we could still see people in person. What a dream.
What are your remembrances of that night?
I had the best time. I brought my dad, and so we just had a great time. I mean, I was sitting next to Rooney Mara and Joaquin Phoenix, which was like
totally non-intimidating people.
John was behind me. It was like just like crazy. So my dad was just like, and I was also like, be cool, Dad, be cool.
Don't ruin this for me, Dad.
Come on, Dad. Yeah. It was great.
Congratulations on a bunch of really cool projects. The Croods, A New Age. You've got the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special. You've got a huge Disney movie next year. When I wasn't looking, Kelly, you became like the Meryl Streep of animation. What happened? What's going on?
I have no idea. I honestly have no idea what's going on. It's weird. I still feel very new to being a working actor because I started working as an actor in 2016. So it really hasn't felt like that long. I mean, I'd done things before that, but when I say 2016, I mean, that was the first year that I could actually support myself as an actor. And as I continue to go through this, the more I start to recognize that as an actor, you're always auditioning, you're always trying as much as possible to give like your most honest, authentic portrayal. And then the things that you book are totally out of your control. So I guess what I'm telling you is I have no plan. I don't know how any of this happened. I'm trying my best and I'm feeling very grateful. I'm excited about all of it.
Was doing voice work something that like you guys talked about, like you and like your agents talked about, or did like one kind of lead to another? The fact that you have this kind of weird little run of cool voiceover projects.
It was not something that I thought to myself, oh, that's something I want to do. Obviously I did want to do it, but I just had a bunch of auditions and one thing, I don't know how it's worked out. I know with the Raya one, Jamie Roberts, who cast that movie and who's phenomenal and who cast Frozen and a bunch of other incredible Disney films, like she just advocated for me from the beginning. And I just think that she believed in me more than I believe in myself still. So yeah, there's so much that goes behind the scenes. As an actor, you get put on these projects. It really is sort of like a team decision, I think, with all the creators and everyone writing and producing and casting and everything. And it's so out of your control as an actor. So what I try to do is just my best and then hope for the best. Yeah.
So growing up, was animation something you were into? Were you into Disney? Were you into like Simpsons? Like what was your bet? What was your jam in terms of animation?
I was such a huge Disney kid. I mean, my childhood bedroom was like embarrassing.
I want every detail. Give me all of it. What was it?
You walk into my room, you like just open the drawer of the dresser and it's just like full on, I don't want to say Disney babies, but like Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, and Donald Duck, like in their baby form. Like just like fully contact paper, like all in the dresser drawers. My bed sheets are Little Mermaid. Like this stuff hasn't changed.
It's preserved. It's still there like this.
Preserved. Yeah, my walls are like full, just like bright yellow. But yeah, so I've been a Disney kid for a very long time.
So talk to me a little bit about the Croods, which has this insane cast. It's you, it's Nick Cage, it's Emma Stone, it's Ryan Reynolds, it's Dinklage. I mean, this is like the best dinner party I could ever imagine being a part of. Talk to me about this character, Dawn. What do you connect with about her? What do you enjoy about her? What's your point of entry for her?
I really love that she's a character who sort of has grown up in this really protected environment. And then she meets Eep and she meets the Croods, and she's sort of exposed to the idea of adventure. I mean, Eve's like such a cool girl, and she has all these battle scars, and Dawn doesn't even know what that is. And so she kind of approaches the world with this sort of childlike wonder, because she truly is seeing and experiencing these things for the first time. And I think that is something that I try to emulate in my life, is that I never want to let, specifically working in this industry, feel like it's become something I'm used to. I always want to feel like this is an impossible thing that we're doing, and I want to remember that. And so every project that I do, I feel like I'm always just trying to be as present as possible and learning everything about the process. And I think Dawn does that as well.
She's got some pretty overprotective parents. She's a bit sheltered from the world. Do you when you look at your own upbringing, did you have overprotective parents? Were you sheltered? Were you rebellious? What were you like as a kid?
Oh yeah, I was super annoying. My friend and I just went through a bunch of old emails that I sent in 2007, because I was spirit and publicity chair of my high school, of my class. And it was an email that was like, guys, we need the spirit points this year. So everyone needs to come in school colors. And I was like, wow, I was super annoying. Yeah. I was like that person. Yeah. I had a little sister who was super rebellious, and I think I was sort of the opposite. I was vice president of choir. I was secretary of peer counseling. I was really into school clubs. Loved clubs. Yeah.
So obviously your journey in front of the camera for all of us to see you for the first time I met you is when you obviously were cast in Last Jedi. Rian Johnson, obviously hugely important in kind of making your career kind of take off the way it did. You were still working office jobs back then. Were you in it for the long haul? Had you set a deadline? I need a good acting gig by this age before I give it up.
No, I had not set a deadline, but I can say honestly that I think I was getting really tired of sort of the hustle of it all. I remember my days were so long because I was working a full-time job. I was trying to pay off my student loans and pay for all the things that people pay for in their early 20s, which is too much. Car insurance, health insurance, rent, food, just existing was so expensive. And I remember I'd wake up at 5 and go to the office. And then sometimes in the middle of the day, I would leave and go to auditions. And then after I got off work at 7 or 8 sometimes, I would go to a rehearsal so that I could rehearse for my next day auditions. I didn't have a deadline, as you would say, but I don't think that I would have been able to make it as long as I did without the sort of support group that I had. I had an amazing support group of women who were also doing the same thing, who were pursuing acting, and we would help each other with auditions, and we're still helping each other with auditions. And it's been really cool to see some of those girls sort of experience some success as well. And I just love, I don't know, there's a beautiful, supportive network of women that I owe all of my success to. Absolutely.
You were talking before about how it's important to kind of keep that perspective and kind of appreciate sort of how lucky, we all are in the positions we're in. And, especially the acting industry, as you know, it's more than just talent. There is a fair amount of luck involved. I'm curious though, you get on the set of Last Jedi, as big a film as is humanly possible, right? How do you quiet kind of that second brain, that second sight in your head to kind of play it cool and not freak out every day on set? Did somebody give you good advice? Was that just I don't know. It's just an impressive way to kind of make a leap into filmmaking.
Yeah. I mean, I think that I was really lucky in that everyone who was involved in that movie, Rian Johnson, Ron Bergman, and also all the actors were so welcoming and so open and so just real people that I, from the very beginning, felt really supported, especially with John Boyega, who I had most of my scenes with. So it was really cool to sort of be, again, like you said, outside looking in. Yes, it's a very scary thing to sort of take a girl in an office and plop her into this world. But when I was actually there and actually talking to these people and working with these people and being creative and just collaborating, it felt really strangely I don't want to say easy, but it felt strangely easy, I guess, for lack of a better word.
What about the other side of it, the press stuff, the red carpets, the fame? I mean, that has its good side and bad side. Was that something you felt prepared for? Like when you look back, what surprised you about that part of the process?
I really didn't know what it was going to be like. Like I can actually rewind in my mind to the girl that I was after having filmed that movie and knowing it was going to come out, but not knowing what my life was going to be like. And I remember that was probably the scariest part, just being in this sort of in-between stage of like, where am I supposed to go? Like, I don't know how, like, I don't know how to do this. And then again, it was me recognizing as we're doing press and as the movie was coming out and subsequent things have come out, and just recognizing again that it's not me alone in this experience. It's very much a team sport. There's always going to be the Ryans and the Roms and the Johns and the Oscars and the people that you sort of look to that, you know, will make it a comfortable, amazing, beautiful experience for you. And that has sort of been proven from then until now. Thus far, I feel very lucky to have worked with the people I have worked with, because I felt so, free to play in all of these projects. So that, I guess that says more about those people than it says about me. I've been really lucky, yeah.
About a year ago, a filmmaker that I love, a really smart guy, Jon M, tweeted, "Okay, Disney Plus, put me in, coach. Let's make this series happen. Rose Tico deserved better," was the hashtag. So A, have you met Jon M? Have you talked to him? B, any movement? Is there any hope for a Rose Tico Disney Plus series? There are all these Star Wars series happening now.
I know all these Star Wars series are happening. I think Jon M and I were at a convention together once. I didn't get a chance to meet him. I'm a big fan. I think he's so cool. But no, I haven't heard anything. So I'll let you know. You will be my first call.
Kind of 10% believe you. What is your attitude about continuing or finding another way to play Rose at this point? I mean, all the actors, you've gone through a journey. Like, do you feel like you need a break, or would you be open to further adventures for Rose?
I don't know. To be honest, I feel like I had such a beautiful time playing that character. And I also feel like I'm having such a beautiful time playing all of these other new characters that I've had the opportunity to play. So I think everything would sort of have to happen at the right time, at the right moment,
right,
for me to go back. But I don't know. I haven't had to make that decision yet, so I'll let you know. Have
you kept in touch with Rian? Because I feel like I want to see you, Kelly, in the Knives Out sequel. He needs a whole new ensemble of potential murderers.
Oh my God.
Be a great potential murderer.
I love Rian. Yeah, we still keep in touch. He is truly the best human, and I just think that he is obviously a genius. Knives Out's incredible. And I mean, any opportunity I would get to work with Rian Johnson again, I would, obviously. He's the best.
You mentioned earlier Raya, which is going to come out next year from Disney. You are Raya. The movie's Raya and the Last Dragon. My sense is that this was a big moment to get this kind of a role for you too. Again, given your love of Disney, tell me why it's meaningful for you to be kind of front and center in a movie like Raya and the Last Dragon.
Big question. It's much bigger than just me. And I feel this huge sense of just wanting to be so present in this experience. You know, like I have no idea how I got here sometimes, other than I've had amazing mentors and amazing support groups and amazing people that have sort of guided me through this experience. Again, Jamie Roberts, who cast me in that project, believed in me from the beginning. And every moment that I've been able to record on that project, which the majority of it has happened in quarantine, so a lot of it was just happening from my apartment. The movie itself is so beautiful. The message is incredible. The characters are so badass. It's so weird because you've interviewed me like when I first was getting into this world and when I was experiencing it for the first time and talking about Star Wars, and I feel that same sense of like, I don't know how to describe this thing, and I wish I could just take every person who's ever wanted to experience this with me along for the ride, because it is seriously unreal and better than anything that I could have imagined. And I just wish I could bring everyone with me.
Is it surreal and weird to be playing like a kick-ass action heroine when you're recording lines like grunts and action sounds like in your own home? Like, well, you must look like an insane person, frankly, when you're recording this.
Oh, absolutely. I truly look like a psychopath. But then you see it with then you look at the trailer or look at these bits of the footage that I've seen, and it's just so beautifully done. And that has so much more to do with all the animators and the character team, the story team, and the production team, and the line, like every single person, the hundreds of people that Disney had working from their homes to make this movie. Yeah, I just feel like one tiny part of something a lot bigger than me. And I think that, it's really special.